Happening now at 6. COVID-19 restrictions tightening in D.C. The new rules there, plus the next wave of enforcement just announced in Maryland.
We stay vigilant in this fight.
Unemployment calls unanswered. People waiting for months. 7 on Your Side asks Virginia why it's taking so long.
Winter officially begins in just 28 days, but right here in just minutes, I'll let you know how much snow you can expect in our Storm Watch 7 winter weather forecast.
And right now at 6 o'clock, we have breaking news. A warning from Maryland's governor. Follow the tough new coronavirus restrictions or you're going to pay the price.
Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell is live outside the State House with new reaction just coming in. Brad?
Yeah, no new restrictions from the governor, but you're right. He says everybody needs to follow the rules we have in effect already.
We can't let a few bad actors spoil it for the others who have been doing such a great job.
Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, in the face of rising COVID numbers, announcing not new restrictions, but a new focus on enforcement of existing mask and gathering size rules, empowering the state police to conduct compliance checks starting Thanksgiving Eve, primarily in nightlife areas. He says people do not have a right to ignore the rules.
Which part don't you understand? You wear the mask. There's no constitutional right to walk around without a mask.
Governor Hogan's push for compliance coming as Maryland's hospitals are seeing a fast rise in the number of admitted COVID patients. Our camera rolling as this person arrived at Laurel Hospital, a facility reopened just to care for those with COVID. In the last several weeks, the number of admits like this has more than quadrupled.
Staff is COVID fatigued.
Dr. Trudy Hall is Deputy Chief Medical Officer for the University of Maryland Medical System Capital Region. She says while hospitals like hers are better prepared for this surge than they were in the spring, there are new challenges. With the disease on the rise across the nation, she's now competing for visiting nurses, and the patients are different too.
We're seeing younger patients. We're seeing, which is unfortunate, we're seeing, 20, 30, and 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds.
Dr. Hall agrees with Governor Hogan that people must be careful with Thanksgiving.
Because it really is discipline. It is telling our community to be smart and be safe.
Yeah, so the governor's focus really is going to be on Thanksgiving Eve this Wednesday. He says it's a big party night and people just don't have a right to party. He said those who insist on not wearing masks and gathering in big crowds, he says that's like insisting you have a right to drink and drive. You heard the governor. He says you just don't. In Annapolis, Brad Bell, ABC 7 News.
People are lined up at Nats Park, the newest testing site, as the surge hits the city.
With the holidays and so forth, I just thought I'd just test it to see.
And the mayor today launching new restrictions. Churches' capacity drops from 100 people to 50. Indoor gatherings a maximum of 10 people, outdoor 25. This takes effect Wednesday. She's cutting restaurant capacity from 50 to 25% as of December 14th.
We've been working very closely with members of the faith community, with healthcare providers.
The site is open from 2:30 to 7:30 Monday through Friday, except it will be closed on Thanksgiving. Reporting from Southeast Washington, I'm Sam Ford, ABC 7 News.
And thanks, Justin from Fairfax County. We have learned that 2,900 students are now returning to virtual-only instruction. The school system cited worsening numbers in the pandemic for sending home Group 4 children. Now, that's the group that returned to class just 4 weeks ago. The school system already said that last week it would not bring any more students back until further notice.
Fairfax County's decision to scale back comes as the entire Commonwealth deals with its biggest spike of COVID-19 ever. You see the spike that is right there. It's so obvious. It just shoots right up. And this is important because it signifies a record number of new cases reported just today. But 7 on Your Side did the math, and take a look at this. As of today, Virginia has already reported more cases in November than any month since the pandemic began. And keep in mind, we still have 7 days to go. Governor Ralph Northam responding to the surge within the hour with this tweet. He's urging people to avoid large Thanksgiving gatherings, to keep loved ones safe. He adds, if we do the right thing now, we'll have more to be thankful for next year.
Now in the district, ABC 7 cameras found a line wrapped around the block at Judiciary Square for people that were hoping to get tested. And 7 on Your Side just learned of a glitch that's popping up for some people signing up to get tested on DC's website. For many people, the site has a message saying to wait for an email for a date and time. But you don't need a reservation, and that email will never arrive. All the locations are first come, first serve. Signing up just helps get paperwork out of the way before you get there. Now, the 7 on Your Side team has put together everything that you need to know about getting tested, including the site that's closest to you. You'll find that along with the new restrictions that have been put in place on our website at WJLA.com/coronavirus.
Tonight, ABC7 has confirmed that Ford's Theater has joined the growing list of local attractions closing again because of the pandemic. That announcement came the same day all the Smithsonian museums shut their doors until further notice. That includes the National Zoo. Now, one of the biggest local attractions still open is the Washington Monument. Tonight, we reached out to the National Park Service to find out if any changes are planned. No response just yet.
Well, just in tonight, a settlement in a case alleging classroom abuse that the 7 on Your Side Iteam has tracked now for more than a year. All of it coming to light after this disturbing recording. Listen.
I'm going to pull your hair until you stop crying. I'm going to knock you out.
Those are with children that have special needs. A Martinsburg, West Virginia mother heard that. And worse, after she hid a recording device on her 6-year-old daughter who has autism and can't even speak. New tonight, we have just learned that the mother has reached a settlement with the school district. The terms are not being revealed, but the school board voted last week for the settlement. Now, the teacher and the 2 assistants in the room at the time are awaiting trial on criminal charges of failure to report abuse.
All right, new tonight, take a look at this. How many chores can 7 on Your Side Scott Taylor do while waiting to speak to someone from Virginia's unemployment agency? The answer and his fight to get help for a single mother, all new ahead.
And breaking right now, the decision just reached in the push to change the name of T.C. Williams High School.
And good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Bill Kelly. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking about several things. First, the wind chill temperatures tomorrow, how they will feel as you make your way out the door. Secondly, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, the rain. We have an update for you. And, of course, our Storm Watch 7 winter forecast. That and more in just minutes.
Some breaking news that we're getting in now from Alexandria. That's where T.C. Williams High School and Matthew Morey Elementary School will be getting new names. Within just the last 30 minutes, the school board voted unanimously to change the names. Williams was a school superintendent who supported segregation, and Morey was an officer in the Confederate Navy. The new names will be decided in the coming months after a series of public meetings. The school system hopes to have them in place by fall of 2021.
And now, the Toyota Sports Desk, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
Developing tonight, from a sports perspective, COVID-19 hitting close to home again. We just found out that a practice team player on the Washington football team, running back Javon Leake, was placed on the reserve COVID list. The former University of Maryland player just signed with the team last week. Also, just a short time ago, the Baltimore Ravens announcing that multiple members of the organization tested positive for COVID-19. This includes running backs Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins. Remember, Baltimore plays the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers on Thanksgiving night. As of now, the game remains on as scheduled. Head coach John Harbaugh addressing their current COVID situation.
The players did a great job on the sideline with the masks. Great job in the locker room. They tried to follow the protocols throughout the game, and then throughout the weekend at the hotel and in the meetings. That's probably the thing that gives us a chance to play this game on Thursday night, was the guys doing a great job of that here in the building and at the game.
Hey, in the college ranks, Maryland football is back on the practice field. Today was their first practice in almost 2 weeks after a total of 30 players and staff members tested positive during that span for COVID-19. Now, the Terps are set to play Indiana on Saturday after back-to-back cancellations against Ohio State and Michigan State. Michelle?
All right, Scott, thank you. And, you know, we are just minutes away now from Chief Meteorologist Bill Kelly's winter weather forecast.
Yeah, you want to know how much snow we're going to get? Log on to WJLA.com/vote now, right now, to make your pick for what we can expect. What do you think is going to happen?
Here in Virginia, there's 70,000 people still waiting to be paid their unemployment benefits after waiting for months. So how long does it take to get a hold of somebody at the Virginia Employment Commission? Up next, 7 on Your Side puts it to the test.
The 7 on Your Side team is getting results for a family struggling to pay their bills.
Yeah, that single mother was one of 70,000 people right now in Virginia still waiting for unemployment benefits months after losing her job. Well, new right now, 7 on Your Side's Iteam investigator Scott Taylor shows the struggle that family faced in getting anyone to answer the phone and help.
It's gotten so financially difficult for Arlene Patel. Over the summer, she had to move her family into her grandparents' house in Fredericksburg, Virginia. The single mother of 2 laid off from her human resources job in July. She's stunned that for months, the Virginia Employment Commission hasn't given her a dime.
And usually it's a 2-week process. We're going on 4 months now. And so that's just been a little disconcerting.
Since May, I've responded to more than 4,000 ABC7 viewers who haven't been able to collect their unemployment checks. Patel says VEC's online live chat, designed to answer questions, is another frustration.
I have not been able to get a hold of anyone at all via the live chat.
7 on Your Side is putting it to the test.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and start the timer right now.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll see how long it takes.
While we wait, let's do a few dishes. Plus some virtual classroom work with Patel's 5-year-old daughter. A little yard work, a breakout dance party, and let's start lunch.
And I got a message that says, all representatives are busy assisting other customers. Please try your requests later.
Why such a long wait? We tried to ask Virginia Governor Ralph Northam, but he declined our on-camera interview. We are 30 minutes in, and VEC is nowhere to be found.
Why is it taking months to still pay some people?
The delay centers around individuals who have claims where there's an issue that doesn't automatically grant them benefits. If someone is separated due to lack of work, we don't have to adjudicate that. They go right to eligibility and claiming weekly benefits. Those individuals who have had a situation where they've been discharged or they voluntarily quit employment, that's not an automatic award of benefits scenario, and we have to adjudicate that.
Lunch is finally ready.
His hair and his beard.
An hour is almost up. VEC hasn't answered any of Patel's questions.
And I feel like the process is designed for you to eventually give up.
Here's some good news. After leaving the Patels, I reached out to VEC, and within 24 hours, the state handed over thousands of dollars to this family. You can watch my entire interview with VEC on WJLA.com. Just look for my story. In Alexandria, Virginia, Scott Taylor, ABC7 News.
Unfortunately, Scott does tell us there is no one trick that we can show you to get through to somebody at unemployment offices faster. But Scott and the 7 on Your Side team now have helped thousands of people already and are still actively helping other people, just like Patel. Now, in the district, Maryland and Virginia, if you have an issue, you can get in touch with us. If you need help, we have put the very best ways to contact Scott in this story on WJLA.com. You're also going to find his entire interview with Virginia's unemployment insurance director.
Well, just days after the 7 on Your Side I-Team warned you about a looming eviction crisis, Maryland has set aside $19 million to help. That includes more than $8 million for counties in the ABC7 viewing area. That funding is available for tenants and landlords through your county's housing department. In a special report last week, senior investigative reporter Lisa Fletcher, she broke down 4 ways that you can fight eviction. It is on the 7 on Your Side section of WJLA.com if you'd like to see it. I also posted it right on my Facebook page.
Well, it is a big honor for one Prince George's County resident, Pauline Patton of Capitol Heights. She's going to turn 101 next month. Today, State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy presented her with a proclamation in honor of that milestone. It all happened as volunteers delivered Thanksgiving baskets to the St. Paul Senior Center where Patton lives. Pauline tells us she is getting a little forgetful, but jokes that she's in better health than most people her age. And I'm half her age, and I'm really forgetful.
101, wow.
And Bill's younger than me, and he's really forgetful, too.
Oh, he's calling you out, Bill.
No, I'm not. He'll admit to it.
He is. That's all right.
Well, you know, Stormwatch 7 Chief Meteorologist Bill Kelly has something that you got to see. He's got that much-anticipated winter weather forecast.
And, you know, Bill, we've got our ABC7 Insta poll on the screen right now. Most are now calling for either a boom or a bust when it comes to snow, but we've seen both in, the last 5 or 6 years. We've had a blizzard, and then we've had a drought when it comes to snow.
Exactly right. Okay, before I get into that, I want your predictions. What do you each think?
Well, last year I got new snow boots. We got no snow. So I'm going to say we only get, let's see, the lesser value, 1 to 6 inches I would go with.
Okay.
I'm going to guess 3 to 8 inches this year.
3 to 8? Okay.
Yeah.
I think those are both very reasonable forecasts. All right, so let's talk about it. What we were doing at 5 o'clock, we showed you how we put together the forecast. We talked about the temperatures and the averages. We talked about snowfall. Now the actual forecast. Let's start with snowfall. So around our region, we have a wide range of snow. So this is an average. We will get anywhere between generally 10 to 17 inches up and down the I-95 corridor. We'll get roughly 17 to 22 for the Blue Ridge and surrounding areas, and we'll get basically 2 to 2.5 feet out west. In D.C. specifically, it is 15.4 when it comes to the normal. Stormwatch 7 has compiled all the information, and our forecast this season is calling for below normal snowfall. We're thinking anywhere between just 3 inches to maybe 13 inches up and down the I-95 corridor, probably that 8 to 18 inch range for the Blue Ridge, and anywhere between 16 to 26 inches of snow for the areas out west. Maybe not so good for snow lovers, good for those of you that don't necessarily like winter. Now, in terms of temperatures, a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, we think again this year we're going to see an overall temperature average above normal all 3 months, December, January, and February. However, we see December as being the coolest month when compared to normal. And also, as I'm looking at a lot of data, I'm going to increase our chance for a white Christmas this year. Now, that chance by itself is not big. It's 10.6%. I think we have a little bit of a greater chance. And then here's another nugget. We do not anticipate officially in D.C. any low temperatures in the single digits. I think we bottom out between that 11 to 14 degree temperature range. But regardless, 28 days from now, winter starts, so get the snowblower, the logs, have your measuring stick. We will have some winter, and don't forget to download the Stormwatch 7 weather app. We have actually put together a blog on this. It's already published. You can get it on that app or on our website. And at 7 o'clock tonight, guys, I'll be live on Facebook taking all of your questions, and I'll spend some time with you. I'll be on there for an hour if need be, and we'll really get in depth behind the scenes. So there you go. Winter weather outlook, below normal snowfall.
Bill, I was just thinking, if only the snow disappeared like those logs and the snowblower, I'd be all for it.
And I have a shovel.
Just like that.
I don't have the Bill Kelly tools, man. You got all the accoutrements. I got a shovel there. So, Bill, thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
all right.
That's true.
This just in, Bill, Jeopardy announcing how it will move forward after the death of Alex Trebek.
And the show will resume production this month. How they're going to do it, that's coming up next.
It won't be quite as windy tomorrow, but there will be a wind chill factor out the door at freezing or below for nearly everybody. And then our day tomorrow looks like this. A lot of sunshine. It's a dry day, but it is a chilly one, much cooler with a high temperature right around 50 to 51. We are up at 59 today for comparison's sake. And then as we look ahead, let's talk about 7-day for just a moment. Dry tomorrow, dry on Wednesday, clouds increase, but Wednesday night into your Thanksgiving day, at least the morning, we are anticipating our next weather maker bringing some rain, and that will be around out the door on your Thanksgiving morning. The improved forecast, the updated forecast, is that it looks like it's tapering off. And by the afternoon hours and into the evening, that rain should be gone, and that opens up the door for some pretty nice conditions for your Black Friday and your Saturday if you are happening to get out at all. Guys, we'll send it back over to you.
Okay, Bill, thanks for that. Well, we just found out that Jeopardy will start taping again November 30th with a series of guest hosts.
Beloved host Alex Trebek taped his final episodes in October before his passing earlier this month. The first guest host will be Jeopardy's greatest of all time winner, Ken Jennings. No long-term replacement is being named just yet. All right, we have some breaking news just coming in. The GSA says it is ready to move forward with the presidential transition. President Trump says at his recommendation. More on that next on World News Tonight with David Muir.
And we hope to see you back here tonight at 11 o'clock. In the meantime, have a good night.